Robertson. Oh, she's a heck of a lot of fun, Jeanne Robertson.
Well, hey everybody, we're definitely going to have a heck of a lot of fun today. I have great guests. We've got a packed schedule, lots of information, and 3 of these full with your names because we're going to be giving away some prizes. And the smiley bucket is right here with the questions that you sent in for our special guest. What? Use the microphone. Good point. See, do I start over? No, they heard it, but we're just thrilled that you're here. It is the Saturday before Thanksgiving, and it's gorgeous weather in North Carolina. We're on the back porch here again. Last week we were in Sumter, South Carolina, on the front porch of Missy Evans. We had crop duster flew over, and then in about 45 minutes flew back. And we had people that went by waving. We had someone mowing the grass next door for her mother, a man raking. It was my hometown of Graham, North Carolina, perfectly with people going by waving. It was fun. But here we are on ours. Next Saturday will be after Thanksgiving. Therefore, we will also do what? Do you hear noise?
It's you.
It's me. I'm the noise. Okay. I thought I heard something else. And next week we'll be all decorated for Christmas. And it'll be after Thanksgiving. And so we have some surprises for you next week, too. Let me catch you up before I introduce our guest on some information that you need to know. Of course, our friend Debbie Childers, if you've been following me, she still has COVID. She's at home and doing much better, was in the hospital over the weekend. And then Tim, her husband, Baptist minister, also has the COVID. I believe they had to cancel their whole church. However, we heard from Debbie today, and she's feeling a lot better, doing much better. And her good friend is here today also, and she was supposed to come. So a couple of things. You've asked about the audiobook. The audiobook is finished, and I would say by this time next week, you will be able to pre-order it, and it will be here in just a few weeks. Patrick, would that be your assessment?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for that report. We appreciate it. Tony, we're going to switch to you because you've got some announcements to make.
Well, we just want to keep reminding people to order early for Christmas. The post office is doing the best they can. Our local post office has one of the clerks still there, and the others are all out with the COVID, as you call it.
One left at the post office?
They're doing well, but they're working hard. And just the earliest we can get orders to them, and we'll get them out of our office the day we get them or the next day at the latest. So if just do your ordering as quick as you can, and so we'll be sure you get them before Christmas.
Okay.
Other than that, I think you're going to tell them more about the live stream tickets that are coming up, and make sure you get all these details right. Al wants to make sure we say this the right way.
We all got emails, but I'm going to do. But the other thing, when you're ordering things and you want them autographed, you say, please sign. This is a gift. And the word gift doesn't help us too much because we don't know whether to say happy birthday, Susie, or happy Hanukkah, or Merry Christmas. If you could just give us a little more, I'll personalize the autograph if you order it from here. And of course, you can also download it. But that's just look at what you say for me to do and make sure, because I don't want to say happy birthday and it was Merry Christmas or vice versa. Okay, the next thing I've told you about the audiobook. On December the 3rd, 2 weeks actually, on a Thursday night, I do have a live stream worldwide, and I've never done this, and I'm very excited about it. It's in Charleston, South Carolina, at the Charleston Music Hall. They are selling tickets to a few people because, as my guest today, Joey, will tell you, we want to hear some people laughing when we're entertaining. So people can buy tickets, and you will strict COVID rules. You have to sit with your mask on, and they've even assigned you a time to be escorted into the building, all of that. But for $25, you can watch the show. Now, let me make sure you understand. This show on Saturday, and this is our 36th week of this. I said I would do it till the COVID was over, and I thought it'd be about 6 weeks, maybe 8. So here we are, and I'm still having fun, and I hope y'all are. But the show that I'll be doing on December 3rd is a theater show with me telling stories, some old ones that are longer. I'm doing the longer version of the grocery store story, but it's not answering your questions or emailing in. It's a regular show. You get to, for the $25, be able to rewatch that for 48 hours. You can just wear what you want to, snack on what you want to, sit in your favorite chair and watch it. And I believe it will be fun. Let me make sure. Did you have something else?
We got to tell them where to buy tickets.
Well, if you will go to, there may be a link up, but if you will go to my Facebook page, there are 2 links at the top. I'll make sure they're at the top when this is over. And one is how to get your tickets that are $59.50 per person, and plus what you pay Ticketmaster, but that's the cost of if you go to the theater. And if you want the $25 thing, and then it'll tell you where to go. I told y'all this on Thursday night when I did a pop-up earlier this week. Somebody asked, I want to give it as a gift. How do I get to for a gift? If you will go to the link for the $25 watching live stream, okay, jeannielaughs.com. It will tell you how to get the gifts, and that's great. That's a great.
They need to
Christmas
look
gift.
under the FAQ, the frequently asked questions part,
Got it
and
up
it
there at the
explains
top.
all that.
Frequently asked questions and how you can give it as a gift. As a matter of fact, in one of the drawings today, we're going to draw out a name, and that person will receive a gift, which means you can have everybody in your family socially distanced as long as the government doesn't look through your window, and you can figure it all
One
out.
person will receive a live stream ticket.
A ticket, which lets you do it, not to come
That's
to
a
the show.
prize,
All
right?
right, I have one more thing, and that is until we get into the show, I put up a new YouTube clip this morning, and it's really flying, and it's called "Would You Hug an Alabama Fan?" But if you are an Alabama fan, don't worry, you're going to like it too. And I hope y'all enjoy it. But I do not want you to go and look at it right now. We'll remind you before. We have a special guest today, a lady I've had the pleasure of meeting personally, I guess about a year ago in Nashville. And now let me just introduce you. She's a funny woman. She is also from, and a very talented woman, also from Georgia. What's the name of that place? Ackworth, Georgia.
Right.
And this is Joy Earl. Welcome, Joy. We're glad you're here.
And I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
We're all glad you're here. You're not only a drop dead funny person on stage, you're an entertainer. You've got talent.
I do. I'm brimming with talent and ability. It just spills over.
Young looking and thin. I'm surprised we invited you to come to this show. I started putting up Joy's clips the first of this week, and y'all responded quickly. We've got questions in the yellow bucket for you.
Oh, yeah.
The main thing that everybody wants, I don't even have to draw it out, is how did you get started in this? Or when did you get started? Because she does what I do. She walks out, she has her own material, and just slays audiences. And I mean, I laugh my head off when I watch you. And then if you want to, you just start singing.
Yeah, I know. Here's the thing. There's nothing funnier than real life. So when you experience something and it makes me laugh, I know it's funny because I'm a hard laugh, but I start telling these stories about experiences and they're laughing at my expense. They're laughing at me, but they're also laughing at themselves.
That's true. Because
a lot of them have experienced this too, so you get out there. My husband and I were traveling for about 24 years
together.
Yes.
Same husband?
Right. I know. We've stayed married.
Wait,
well,
I tell left brain.
Let me tell you. And in the van, we would be together 24/7. That's how we started out. A year after we were married, we won this national contest and singing contest. We were singing together, and we just thought, maybe this is what we're supposed to do. We put everything into storage. We were living in South Florida, put everything in storage. and moved to Marietta, Georgia, because that's where my parents were.
Marietta.
Where my parents were, because that's where the money was. We needed a place to live.
Yeah.
And so we bunked in with my mom and dad. And so we lived with them and got ourselves started out in, we were doing, it was kind of like a music, family conferences, things like that, ministry. And so we were traveling for 24 years. But we lived with mom and dad for 3 until we got pregnant, and dad made us move out because he figured out what we were doing upstairs.
Okay.
So we had to move out,
Embarrassing.
and it was terrible. We built a little house in Ackworth, Georgia, and we've been there ever since.
That's amazing. That is amazing. And you tell a story of when you saw him for the first time and what you did.
Well, my mom and dad had moved to South Florida. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. So my parents left Louisville, home sweet home, and they went down there to South Florida. And you know who lives in South Florida, right? It's Yankees, and they all moved down there to die. Okay, so they're all retired down there waiting for the Lord to call them home. And so we went down there. I went down there for Christmas. Mom picks me up at the airport, and they're informing me that I'm going to sing in the Christmas musical at their church. And I said, no, I'm not. She goes, well, yes, you are. You have a gift, and you're going to share your gift. And so I was not happy about it. And I got there for my sound check, and this fellow was getting his sound check. And he turned around and his shirt was open and there was hair coming out of it. And all I could think of was, I want to touch that. And I want to lay my head on it every night the rest of my life. And I got to have you. And the rest is history. I went back to Louisville, quit my job, bought a whole bunch of bathing suits, and I moved to South Florida, Fort Myers. And I chased him for 3 years until I caught him.
And at that time, he's on the porch. Swing Tony's camera over and pick him up.
Now, y'all also, be careful what you wish for, because now I scrape that chest hair out of my drain every day. And not just that, but he lost the hair on his head. And I was like, well, where's it all going? And,
Not very good.
well, that's
dark.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, a light. You're sitting in. Good point. But Jeff, thank you for coming. And your son.
My son, James.
Okay, we'll talk about him.
Oh, we
later.
will.
But
will.
Because he was a minister at that time, and now he's a what?
Well, we were in the ministry, and he was ordained to the ministry. And then we came off the road in 2006 to raise teenagers.
Yeah.
That was the most difficult job of my entire life. You know, not James's fault. It was his sister. But anyway, we started doing various things. Jeff said, I'll go back to school, finish my education, and you keep traveling and doing comedy. So I kept traveling and doing my thing, and Jeff's the most wonderful man. And he finished his education at Kennesaw State. Then he got his master's, and now he's a licensed clinical social worker, LCSW.
Okay.
Yes. And he is a substance abuse specialist at Kennesaw State in counseling there for the kids. He also teaches a class. Turns out the students like him. They think he's funny. I said, oh, no. He's not funny. What? You don't take that away from me. He's already really smart. I've surrounded myself with smart people, and he's real smart. I am not, but he's real smart. I need to have something that's just me, and I'm funny. And they're like, oh no, Professor Earl, he's so funny. No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Not real.
Well, I thought he was. We all had dinner together last night, and he was kind of funny.
Yeah, he's learned from me.
Well, here's how he's learned by following you and knowing what. Now, here's what we're going to do, because my people that follow this show, they like to know the back stuff about stories and this kind of thing. And then they've asked questions, but they do love to win prizes.
Yes.
And so we'll start off, and we will not give the free ticket for the live stream right now.
Okay.
But you draw out of this bucket.
Okay.
And let me tell you what you have the choice of. You have just anybody's name. And you read it and tell me hopefully where the person's from. Oh, now see, they're going to go nuts. Why? There's one caught on your ring. And so, so they're going to say, well, wait a minute. I know my people.
I know.
I love
They're gonna
my
call
people.
for a recount.
No, you have to call them both out.
Oh,
you have to
I
call
do.
them both out.
Okay. All
So
right.
each one of y'all will get you get a choice of one of my books, Don't Bungee Jump Naked, or if you've already got it in particular, you can choose a DVD or a CD or things like that. So what's the first name?
Okay. Heath Covey.
Heath Covey.
Covey, not COVID. Covey. Covey.
Did he say where he was
No,
from?
he doesn't.
Well, fake Pete's sake, put him back in there.
Heath, if you're not going to tell us where you're from, and this lady didn't tell us where she's from either.
Okay, Heath Covey said, I love that library card catalog. This has been in there for several weeks. When I do pop-ups from my office, you can see that card catalog that used to be the oak card in my office downstairs.
I saw it.
So Heath, Heath Covey, what you do is you get in touch with Tony you write you at Tony. Oh, you got it up there. No, that's not. That's Jeanne Robertson. Once again, we're disorganized. No.
Tony at JeanneRobertson.com.
Okay. That'll work.
And I need your address. I need what item you prefer to win.
Okay.
If you want the book or want something signed, I need that information.
Okay.
But mainly just email me and then we'll communicate back and forth.
Okay.
If we need
The drawing isn't, you have not won the live stream ticket. Okay. Now who else?
This is Kay Webster. And she didn't tell us where she's from either.
So see, we could have 6 or 8 Kay Websters call.
I don't know what to tell you. She says QVC has pretty wigs. Is she trying to say something? What's she trying to say about that?
Well, that is old.
We were talking about.
Well, y'all,
QVC.
I dug deep.
Kay Webster.
Kay Webster.
If you can call and tell us what you wrote about, you win the prize. No, of course you win. All right, now here's what you have to do because they're watching.
Okay.
I just love now we're going to this bucket, and I'm gonna go on down into.
Oh, okay.
Because you can't draw out of the same one
Okay,
twice
gotcha.
Because these are such valuable prizes. All right, Anna Lee Finch. Anna Lee writes a lot. Anna Lee, hey, I hope to get you to see you when you come to Roanoke on June 13th.
Virginia.
Now, Tony, could this have been in here that long?
No, that's for next year.
Next year, but when was I supposed to be in Roanoke?
This past year.
Yeah, okay, we'll see that through me.
Tell me the name of
Anna Lee Finch. Anna Lee, I think you might have a book. So if you want to give a book as a gift, let us know to whom you'd like that addressed. And now this week we are adding a third bucket.
There's a lot of
Because
buckets.
Y'all want these prizes, and I'm thrilled that you do. I'm going to do it that way.
All right.
And this winner is Kathy Matthews Arrington. Okay, this was in September. Happy birthday, Jeannie. I'm 70 years old and only 5 feet tall, and I'm shrinking, so I'll be there with you before long. I have great difficulty in finding clothes that are age appropriate. Petite clothing seems to be too teenagery. Any suggestions, Jane? I guess Jane was here then. I would say that I know what Jane would say, because when I was leaving New York from her helping me at my height, one time I said, who's your next person in? And she said, a lady about 5'2" who's going to her first corporate event with her husband's new job. We'll go to a normal person's store, is what she said, and find it. So I would say her thought is there are always clothes that look age appropriate. Don't shop in the places just because they fit you. If they have little puffy doll, baby doll sleeves and things, that might be more for it. But not today's teenagers.
Jeannie, last name on that one, please.
Well, here we go. Kathy Matthews Arrington. Okay, congratulations. Let's pull out questions that people sent in after I announced Monday that you were coming.
Well, we're getting some good questions here. Do y'all like pumpkin or sweet potato pie on Thanksgiving?
Pumpkin.
Oh, that's deep.
I'll eat sweet potato casserole with the, that crusty stuff of pecans and, brown sugar and all that stuff. And then maybe
And
even put some more butter on top.
That's good. I will eat anything someone else will cook. I thought that I could cook green bean casserole. And one time I was eating with the Patrick's family, and I forgot that I had said I would bring the green bean casserole. And 10 minutes before somebody was picking me up, I opened a can of not French cut, but fat green beans, poured in a thing of mushroom soup, cut up an onion, ran it for 5 minutes in the oven, and just left. And I thought they were going to gag. That's the smartest thing I've ever done, because they don't let me bring anything anymore. Am I lying, Patrick? How bad was it?
You get to buy the ham.
I get to buy. Now they say
Wait,
you can bring a honey baked
right.
ham. Well,
Jeff and I have good friends that deep fried turkey for us, and I bring that, and then they'll say, you know, my daughter-in-law cooks, my daughter cooks, my mother is the pie queen. My mom can bake and cook. My mom doesn't even need a recipe, you know, she just cooks.
Yeah.
That's her gift, you know, pies.
Well,
But here's the deal. They'll say to me, you could bring a relish tray. And so
napkins, paper goods.
I'll bring a relish
Paper
tray
goods.
and a liter of Coke.
Okay. I think that's smart.
Yeah,
But
well.
now I'm stuck on that. All right. Nancy Gerhardt says, I noticed immediately you had changed that picture on the back wall. I did in my office. This is from the Thursday night pop-up telling them you were
Oh
coming.
my goodness.
Left Brain is a blessed man to have me. Well, I'm blessed to have him. Question, Joy. Is there a story behind your name as to why your folks named you Joy? We have a daughter named Joya, and this is Nancy Gerhardt.
Well, here's the deal. You know, when you're named Joy, it can be a curse because everybody thinks you're happy. Well, you see, I didn't name me. This little short woman in Louisville, Kentucky named Mae Frances Mattingly had a baby, and she was just so thrilled. And they named me Joy. My dad's name he had JR initials, and so they wanted me to have a JR. So I'm Joy Rell. My grandfather's name is Rell. So
wait a minute. What spell that name?
REL.
Rell.
So I'm Joy Rell. I was Joy Rell Mattingly. And so the funny part is at Christmas time, everyone feels this need to give me stuff with my name on it. Listen to me, folks. I don't want it. I don't want your pot holders. I don't want your tea towels. And I don't want plaques or ornaments that say Joy. Do you understand me? I don't want to see my name in glitter. I want to see my name in lights. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make an agreement. If we all ever become really close friends, I don't want your stuff. I want your stuff with my name on it. And, so what my husband feels compelled to do is every time he's at Walmart or anywhere, he takes pictures of anything that says Joy and sends it to me and says, what about this? And, but yeah, Joy.
Cheaper than buying.
Oh yeah. Actually, I kid about the curse thing because honestly, it's a wonderful name to have actually. And there are days that I don't spread joy at all. You can ask my family. They love me, but they have to. And so, I mean.
Well, you know, you probably have heard me say, I love winning Miss Congeniality at the Miss America pageant.
Yes.
Have I told you about it?
Oh, well,
I'm sure
I've heard of it. I've heard of it.
I know. But it puts a cement block around your neck. You got to be nice.
Well, she must be nice. Oh, look, you're not acting joyful today. Really? And so just call me something else.
Next question.
All right.
Now I'm shuffling them up so I don't see and shake this
Okay.
one. Okay. This is from Nancy Gerhardt too.
Well, she must be a fan. Hey, Nancy.
Just watch some of Joy's YouTube. She is adorably funny. Adorably.
Oh, I like that.
When and how did you know you had the gift of humor? Nancy Gerhardt is from Pennsylvania.
One night in Northern Kentucky, when I was a little girl, we had watched a comedian on TV. I think it was on Red Skelton or something. We were watching TV. And that night it came time to go to bed. And my mom was sitting on the side of one of the twin beds with my little sister. They're watching. And I started imitating the comedian. I started doing some funny stuff. And Mom was just laughing. And then my little sister started laughing. And then I said, and I thought, I'm on a roll. So I just kept going, and I was entertaining. And as I grew up, I think we always had great sense of humor in my house. And I married a man with a great sense of humor. And we just, that we would feed off of that.
One?
Yeah, it's him. It's him. And, and we birthed 2 children that have great sense of humor. So we laugh a lot, and we laugh at ourselves, and we do laugh at you other people. We love to people watch, and it's not a sin if we don't know you. So when you're walking by and you're dressed inappropriately or you're doing something weird, we're laughing at you. And and as Mama would say, quit mocking me. And I mock, Joy, rail, stop mocking me. And I'm like, but now I can make money at it. So I make fun of people all the time. And
I want to talk about that making money too, because one of the questions, and I don't know if I'll pull it out, was, do you always speak in churches, a high paying place? Because your YouTube clips
are in churches.
To always be in churches.
Well, they were the ones with the cameras. Yeah, they had great cameras and sound. And I speak anywhere and everywhere. You just have to pay me. And that was a joke.
I know it, but I just almost pass out. What did you say?
Oh, good.
Debbie.
Okay, Deb.
And now, let me ask you something. I know you're going to talk about their show that has been rescheduled. Mm-hmm. This might be a good time because someone on here just said they're in Chattanooga and wondered if you are traveling and doing shows that they weren't too far from Ackworth, where they're not too far from.
Well, they aren't too far from Ackworth, actually.
You might want to
get this straight.
And Debbie's on too.
I got it on my list, Tony.
Well, I know. And you've actually not lost your list yet.
I haven't lost it but once today. Last Friday night, week ago from last night, you were supposed to be
the Better Halves tour. Myself and
Halves tour.
The Better Halves. It's stories of marriage, life, love, laughter. And Deb and I were going to be at the new Marietta Theater in the Square in Marietta, of course. And the day before the show, on November the 12th. And let's just stop for a minute. The show was to have occurred on Friday the 13th. So why were we surprised? Debbie calls me and she goes, Joy, now I just need you to listen to me. And I thought, oh no, her mom's passed or something bad has happened. I thought something horrible had happened. I said, well, what is it? Now, Joy. And I thought, well, just tell me. I have COVID. And she said it in her Alabama accent. I have COVID. And I thought, oh, stop. Shut up. No, I got COVID. And so everything came to a standstill. They were trying to kind of run as fast as they could to figure out what we were going to do. And they said, you got to go get tested, the owner of the theater. Y'all, I have never had the inside of my eyeball scratched. And I am not kidding. When that lady came to my car window and she had that big long stick wearing that, and she goes, I'm going to tap each side of your nose 6 times. I thought, the heck you are. And she stuck that thing up in there oh my gosh. Yeah, well, and there I sat. And then after she was done, I said, thank you. And I don't even know why. And she walked away, but they came out and said I was negative. And I got home and then they said, we're going to postpone the show. And so here we go, folks. The new Marietta Theater on the Square, Better Halves tour, Joy Earl. Well, it's actually Debbie Childers and Joy Earl. She's the headliner, I guess, because she won Jeannie's contest. I was robbed. And so what had happened there was we're going to be there January the 8th, Friday, January the 8th. And Deb and I are going to bring our best stuff. And we're going to tell stories about our husbands. It's many times at their expense.
I have a question, because as I understand it, that show for COVID rules, everybody in the theater business is on COVID time now.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
You're way over here, way over there, mask. And for me, and I suspect you, because the theater's requested, there are no more meet and greets.
No.
Because you don't want to do that. But you're so, now I had Sumter the next night. Debbie was going to come by and do 10 minutes. But they could sell 250 seats, and they did. So they called it a sold out show.
Right.
When I had been to Sumter before, they filled the whole thing, but that's all that they would let in. I understood that your show in Marietta was sold out. Y'all were so excited because you didn't even have that many relatives, you said, in that area.
Didn't.
Some of the people we don't even know. And so, but some people may not be able to come. Is it January 8th? Might not be able to come January 8th. And y'all would be there. And so, but there are tickets available.
As far as I know, there are some tickets available, and the streaming tickets are available. Those would be at the site for the new Marietta Theater in the Square.
All right, now the streaming is like mine on December 3rd. You watch it at home in the comfort of your home with your spouse.
It's
or whatever,
wonderful.
And
yeah,
it's a great deal. So, and Debbie, thank you for writing. We've been praying for you because what she didn't tell, I did report after you reported it on your Facebook. You were back in the hospital pretty seriously sick Monday and Tuesday, but you're back home now. Is that right?
It's about to kill me. She has got to stop going to the hospital. Every time I turn around, I looked at Jeff. I said, we got to pray. She's got to get better. Well, and boy, has she ever. And first words out of her mouth that she her text to me was thought I was a goner. And it's a real deal, folks. Take care of yourself.
But if you're thinking, who is this person they're talking about that I don't know? If you've been following my all 36 shows, Debbie was here. Debbie and her daughter Amy came up one weekend. I remember, Patrick, don't you remember they ran over a cow or something in the road and you pulled in here with the car broken. You had to crawl under it and fix it for them. And Debbie was oblivious. She said, well, it'll get fixed before I leave. And she was right. Patrick was on his hands and knees. But Debbie, we're thinking about you, but there are tickets remaining, I guess, is what my entrepreneurial side.
As far as I know, there is, yes.
All right, let's ask another
question. We'd be happy to see you.
And if this one is from Nancy Gerhardt, I'm putting this back down in here because she's eligible.
She needs to be your next guest.
Are you ready? Don't say things like
that.
I know. Okay. Nancy Davis.
Boy, there's Nance.
Nancy is the one. Nancy, I know you. Nancy, this morning I put up a new YouTube clip and you wrote, I quote from memory. I've already seen it. And I wrote back to you, if you'll go check and say, if you've seen it, you saw it because you got the DVD. We love you, Nancy, but I just wanted you to know that I read all those things. What was your most memorable show that you ever did? And where was it, Joy?
Oh, I was somewhere in North Carolina. Don't ask me where, but it was North Carolina, and it was a big,
thank you.
Yeah, it was a big women's event, and there were tables for miles full of women. It was a holiday event. I'll never forget it. And I'm up there doing my thing and feeling just so good about myself. And this lady was sitting at a table in the middle of the room. She goes, fire. Just like that. And everybody looked around. She goes, fire. Like that. And I turned around and went, yeah. And it was a fire behind me. The mantle that they had set up like a fireplace type of thing with candles. It had caught fire, y'all. And I wear a lot of hairspray. And I went, fire, my hair. All I could think of was that, I was just going to whoo like a marshmallow, roasted marshmallow. Fire. And I ran off and they started beating down the fireplace, backdrop, and they were doing all kinds of stuff. And it stopped me for a few minutes, but I hit the ground running again and I finished my show. But yeah, that was memorable.
You say it was a big women's event. Was it
No, don't you go there. Don't you go there.
Yeah, don't even do that.
Tacky.
Shame.
So two things. You just said you were up there doing your thing.
Yeah.
So I want you to do your thing here, but first we're going to give away some more prizes.
Okay.
Okay, yours
Sounds
first.
One quick question.
Uh-huh.
20, I believe they're 25. I believe 20, 25. I think it's 20 though.
I know mine's 25 and I would think yours would be at least 20 to 20.
Okay, here we go. Amy Blackman. And it looks like she said she can pick me up if she's headed your way from Rocky Mount. I don't know what that means.
I don't either, but she doesn't. We don't have to because she's winning a book.
Okay.
So evidently, Amy, you live in Rocky Mount, and
I've been there.
but
Did a
Rocky
church there.
Mount, it's if you've been entertaining, how many years now?
A lot.
Yeah,
I don't want people.
24.
See, I know what y'all are doing. You're doing the math, trying to figure out how old I am. You're never going to know.
And I tell it right away.
I don't tell yet. I'm
Well,
not ready for it.
the time will come when the best thing is I'm 77.
Oh,
No way.
Oh, I love
But-
that. See,
but
I love it when people do
I
that.
do that all the time. But what I really want to say is I tell the audience, so let's do it
I
again.
know that.
But the best thing is to say that I'm 87. I look real good for 87.
Oh, yeah, you
so
do.
It doesn't much. So you do that one. I'm going in here.
Okay.
And this is for a prize. And you have to get in touch with Tony, Amy, and let her know what you want. The book, DVD. Patrick, we throwing in your DVDs on this?
Sure.
Why not?
selling them.
Well,
Listen, mine are backed up in the basement. I got to get rid of these
His
things.
are in the closet. I opened one. All right, here. Joanne Madrid, you've won your choice of the book or all the stuff we've been telling you about. And it's Joann Madrid, and you did not put where you were from. Y'all tell us where you're from. I like to put pins in the wall. And so Joanne's that. And now I got to draw out of here before somebody has a fit and says, mine's in the third one. I bet probably. That's the way I'd be thinking. If you're at especially women's event, and they give a door prize, isn't it funny when somebody wins and you hear all around the one, she won last year.
Oh,
They remember she won 5 years ago.
and they get mad if too many people at the same table
Oh, yes.
get a door prize. They think it's fixed.
All right, here you go. Jan King. Jan, Jan King. Don't know where you're from, but you win this prize. That's 1, 2, 3. So next time we'll be giving some more prizes and add some of your stuff. So I know people think, well, her husband was a minister a while, and then they're not doing that. She's singing. But can you sing something that you like to sing that maybe isn't a gospel?
I had, we had some tunes worked up for the show.
Oh, for you and Debbie?
Yeah.
Debbie sings?
No, I would not sing with Debbie. I am a solo act. No, what happened was my son is my accompanist. Now, if I'd known that I could have birthed my own band, I would have had more children.
Yeah.
But I just have the guitar player.
And he came down with
He
y'all.
came with us. And y'all, the only thing we have to do is promise to babysit for the twin. He has twin daughters that are 4. They are amazing and precious. And he has a brand new baby girl too. So he's got 3 girls at home, 4, and he's got this most beautiful wife, Melissa. But anyway,
Okay, well, you said a baby girl too.
Audrey.
But you mean
Right.
also,
We've got Amelia, Evelyn, and Audrey.
But
Those
the-
are James's.
But the difference, she's not
She's
not
not
2 years old.
No, Audrey is 4 months old.
That's what I thought.
And they're
See,
all
I
at
couldn't
home.
believe people would have twins and have one immediately, another one.
Well, those things happen.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, he's here.
He's
Hey,
here.
Y'all welcome. Here's James. So James, if you will, I got a stool for you. Okay. Now this is just going to be you singing a song you like.
Well, it is. And the thing was, we worked on these for the show, and then the show got postponed. And I was so disappointed. And look what's happened. So let's just do this
Yeah.
and we'll enjoy it. I hope y'all enjoyed it. It kind of makes me smile. Go ahead, honey. You're nobody till somebody loves you. You're nobody till somebody cares. Or you may be king and you may possess the world and its gold. But gold won't bring you happiness, not when you're growing old. The world is still the same, you'll never change it. as long as the stars shine above. You're nobody till somebody loves you. Find yourself somebody to love. We're going to do it one more time. Here we go. You're nobody till somebody loves you. And you're nobody till somebody cares. Oh, you may be king and you may possess the world and its gold, but gold won't bring you happiness. Now when you're growing old, the world, it's still the same. You'll never ever change it. As long as the stars shine above, you're nobody till somebody loves you. Find yourself somebody. Don't get just any old buddy. Find yourself somebody to love.
Whoa,
I like that one.
Thank you. So you can really sing.
It's amazing. You know, listen, now, Mom, when I was about 3 years old, Mom said, Joy, you can sing. You always sing, Joy. Joy marries somebody that sings. And I thought, that's hard to find, somebody that can sing and that's cute. But I got that.
Yeah.
And
had a hairy chest.
yeah, no, all of it, a whole
Yeah.
package. And so, you know, I've been singing forever and I love to sing. And
Well,
this
let
has
me
been
ask
fun.
you something. I love to sing too, and I tried it at the Miss America pageant, and they listed it as comedy, and I was singing the best I could. It was very painful, and then I had a ukulele. I mean, that's fancy there. I had a ukulele that I would go around traveling with, and people honestly said, "Was it?" They didn't think that added that much. And could the fee be lower if I didn't sing? So they were paying me not to sing, by saving money if I didn't. But the other thing is, I know that next week we've already gotten questions from people that say, "Are y'all going to be here next week?" And we thought about it, and that's the Thanksgiving weekend, I guess. And I said to Tony, "When is Auburn, Alabama coming? What time is it coming on?" And it's not till later at 3:30 or whatever. But Patrick, we're going to be here next Saturday, aren't we?
Yeah, we're still kind of quarantined.
No, we're not going many. We're trying to keep apart. So we'll have it all decorated for Christmas next. Can you possibly set the scene? I hate to just ask you to do this. Can you set the scene for us with something
Yes.
from Christmas? Because I also know you brought 2 DVDs of Christmas songs and 2 CDs of Christmas
Yes, I
songs
did.
to give away.
Yes.
So can you sing
Yes,
one?
I will. And y'all, I know there's a rule at my house, turkey before tree. But we're just going to make an exception today.
Because you can't come
Okay,
next
I
week.
can't be here next week.
Okay.
So here we go. Hi, Mom. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10 glistening once again with candy canes and tinsel lanes aglow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store. But the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door. A pair of hop-along boots and a pistol that shoots are the gifts for Barney and Ben. Dollies that talk and then go for a walk are the gifts for Janice and Jen. And Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will start, and the thing that will make them ring is the carol that you'll sing right within your heart. It looks a lot like Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Way to go. And to sing with your own son playing on the guitar.
Listen, there's no greater treat.
Can I be real honest with you?
What?
I can take you being so funny
Mhm.
because I would rather see other people
Yes.
advance. I'm loving it that you're so funny and that you're talented. But I'm a little bothered about you being so thin.
Oh, well.
Because, I mean,
We
really?
didn't
Really?
realize that.
Do you
or
have to
she
do
wouldn't
that?
have been here.
And what do you do to do
Okay.
that?
I'm telling y'all, I pay money monthly to go to a gym. Hey, everybody, Fit Body Boot Camp. I'm right here. And it's called, AKA the torture chamber. And they kill you every morning. I get up at 4:57 every morning, in the morning, 4:57. I'm there for the 5:25 a.m. class, go team. And I work out, and they're brutal. They're mean. And when I leave, I say thank you, and I'm paying them for
I
it.
know.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's just like that lady
Well-
with the stick up my nose. Thank you.
I
I'm
know.
too polite. But the deal is, it's made me better. It's made me stronger. It's given me more. I don't know. It's done something for me. I didn't get COVID. Debbie did.
I know.
So
How long have you been doing this? How long have you been doing this exercising?
at the boot camp, I've been doing it for about a year. I was crazy dieting, doing weird stuff, and I realized it was getting out of hand, and I needed to be fit and healthy and realize that food was not my enemy. It could be my friend. See, she made a casserole this morning, y'all.
First time in 20 years.
Yeah, it was amazing. And
But I was
cheese.
practicing because Beaver will be here for Thanksgiving and my son, and I just wanted to surprise him. So I thought maybe I should practice.
It was
But
great.
it wasn't bad.
Oh
was
my
it?
goodness. It has sausage, eggs, cheese, all that kind of stuff in it. And it made me so happy. It was comfort food. It made me feel really happy. I loved it. Oh, you should pat yourself
I
on
hadn't
the-
made a casserole.
Well, now she
Since
did
the
say,
green bean
wait, she
casserole.
told us it was, she goes, well, let's eat. And then we went in there and she came back out and she goes, no, go sit back down. It's not ready
It
yet.
wasn't ready. It was still runny. It was wrong.
But that's what cracked me. I was like, oh, that could make you sick. Hold on. We'll just let you. Y'all
And
sit there.
you were just a bowl on the table. I didn't put down placemats. I didn't do anything else. And I said, y'all want some jelly on top of it? Let me know. And nobody did.
No, but
All
you
right,
know
let's give
that-
away your
that was
Christmas
fun.
albums.
Oh,
Patrick, will you get ready?
yes.
I want them to hear that one song I asked you to sing today. Do you remember that particular song? Not one. Okay, well, you get your guitar. This is going to be for your Christmas.
Okay. Do you want
They
me to?
can, you draw
Okay.
out of that one because you're giving your
Okay,
things
I'm gonna
away.
give y'all a Christmas CD. It's really fun too, and James plays on it. My husband sings with me on it.
She Manetti. I'm
Yeah,
gonna tell
he's-
left brain. Better get right here. This person's the winner. Mary Gray. Jeannie, love the new video of the say blah 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 blah. And I like the red dress that I wore on 4th of July that Jane hates. She tried to bury it in the yard. And the bottom oven came there, Jane. So okay, Mary Gray, don't know where you're from, but you
She tried to bury your dress in the yard.
yes, she did.
I throw Jeff's clothes away that I don't like him to wear,
That's
and
the
then he'll
best
say,
thing.
"Where's my such and such?" And I'll say,
no.
I
That's right.
don't
Well, you want a
know.
red dress? Nothing. All right, I'm going to go into here, and this is for you. Did you just give away a DVD?
Gave away DVDs. Yes,
All right, that'd be this.
CD. That was the first one.
That
Was
was
a
a
CD. This
A
one's
CD.
a DVD.
This is DVD. Okay. Debbie Haley, hi from near Asheville.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Well, the Debbie I.E. Haley, Hailey. She wins a DVD of your Christmas songs.
Okay.
Okay.
It's actually Debbie. Is Debbie is her name? It's my routine for Christmas. It's called Good News. It's Christmas. And it's about what we do to ourselves around the holidays that zap us of enjoying any of it. So it's a
Sounds
comedic
familiar.
take on how we prepare for the holidays, and it's got some music in it too.
Well, I'm already ahead because I've made a casserole.
Oh,
And
you
I
made
put
that
you serving
casserole.
The rest of that.
You are the casserole
Okay.
boss.
All right. This is the third thing down here. Are we back to giving
Now let's give another CD.
another CD, Christmas songs? Lisa Henderson. Lisa writes a lot. Lisa Henderson. All right. Now, every name that we've called out thus far, you need to get in touch with Tony and tell us how to send you this, and we will. And let me go back. Oh, then I'll remember where I am. And this is the last one.
Okay.
Okay. And this is whatever's left.
Okay.
Okay. Because I'm getting confused. And this person is Patricia Dwyer Mark Barrick. Patricia Dwyer, Dyer, Barrick, Barrack. So that's 4 of those. And she's
Okay.
hello from Athens, Georgia. So
Go Dogs.
go Dogs. Woo, woo, woo.
Well, listen.
Uh-huh.
Let me ask you this. I got a question for you. Oh, are you done?
With this, we are.
Yeah. How many of y'all out there have the same hellish experience that my family has with December? Don't get married in December. Why do people do that to us? Why do people do
You
it?
don't wanna go to
no,
a wedding
well,
and-
no, it's the gifts. So here's the thing. My mom and dad, their anniversary, December 17th. Then I was 2.5 years old and they traumatized me, and they got pregnant and kept their baby and brought it home on the 24th of December. It was born on the 22nd. Oh, it's alive. It's here. It's watching. It's my sister Jill. And I've surrounded myself.
The baby.
They kept it
And
brought it home. And they put her under the tree. But it was an it to me, but I thought its name was Cher, because every time I got near it, they Cher, Joy, Cher. And but anyway, so yeah, she's this accomplished adult, and like she's so far surpassed me. And
Is she a doctor?
She's a PhD. Yes, she is. She's she went to school. She went to Emory, graduated from Emory, PA, and then, but now she is.
But may I point out, she's never been on Jeanne Robertson live from the back porch.
Ha, Jill. Ha.
Not
no.
only that, we've never heard from Charles Barkley. Do you, by any chance,
I don't know
Charles
him.
Barkley?
I don't know him.
Well,
I
I'm
don't
still,
know. a lot of
hope
famous
springs
people.
eternal. I don't want him to have to come and be on it if I could just talk
But
to him on the phone.
let me just tell you this real quick. So we got mom and dad, Jill, right? Her birthday. Then my mother-in-law's birthday, it was the 9th of, she's passed, but it was the 9th of December. My brother-in-law's the 8th of December. And then my latest grandchild, one of my my number 4, Cannon James, he was born on December 6th. I can't get away from this, y'all. It's got to stop. Please, somebody make it. I don't want any more babies or marriages in December. I can't afford
Your
it.
other grandson's name is Cannon, like a cannonball.
Yeah, I have Judah Kessler and Cannon James. And Cannon is a red-headed fireball, let me just say. He's ginger boy. Yeah.
But you know what? When your son is named Beaver, you really don't
Oh,
have
I
much
don't.
chance to say what anybody else. All right, Patrick, we want to hear. This is a special song. You're going to want permission to sing it. It's a good song. He writes a lot of funny songs, but this one is not that. It's not funny. It's not supposed to be funny.
Okay. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh.
Oh, no.
No. Well, no, it was just the way she said
Ladies and gentlemen, Patrick, P-A-T, I'm giving you time,
No, I got it. Go ahead.
R-I-C-K,
This thing works whether I'm holding it or it's in the
Patrick
stand.
Henry.
Well, thank you. This has been a fun show. Thank you for being on. We've been getting a lot of great comments. Yeah. And so anyhow, a lot of people have been commenting about how high tech we're getting with our spotlight right here. It's not a spotlight. It's a skylight. It just happens to be shining right there. So we are not shining spotlights on our guests.
But we've gone from a cell phone to 3 cameras.
That's right. We are doing very well. So, so anyhow, saw that Mark Lowry was watching and he commented. Do you know Mark?
Mark is a good. Oh, he's recovering from surgery too. He did something to his leg. He broke his. He had
The funny
pins.
guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark had
The
pins.
Mark Lowry?
So the reason I bring it up, Mark, if you want to email Tony at JeanneRobertson.com, we'd love to have you on the show,
No.
even if we bring you in remotely.
Mark, you're eating into my time.
Mark.
Not right now. We'll do it. We'll do a
Ask
special show
Mark
for
if he
him.
knows Charles Barkley.
Mark, do you know Charles Barkley?
Okay, Mark,
So-
listen to this song. This
Many
is
of
great.
you have, some of you have heard this song before, but there's a lot of new people on. So this is a song I wrote with a guy named Tim Bays. He held tight to that hickory bat as he narrowed his brow. One more down the middle, and he'd be struck out. He stepped back and pointed to the center field stands. Stepped in with a smile, crowd growing wild, 'cause the babe was their man. He stood there before them, going against the grain. Just a working class hero, and we still call his name. God gave him a purpose, yeah, now that's understood. How he changed history with his hands on the wood. He played an old spruce top guitar, sang those sad, lonesome songs. His eyes told his story. Didn't last too long. From the stage of the Opry to the honky-tonk bars. Hank may be gone, but the music shines on from that fallen star. He stood there before them, going against the grain. Just a working class hero, and we still call his name. God gave him a purpose, yeah, now that's understood. How he changed history with his hands on the wood. He hung there not saying a word above the jeers of the crowd. Asked God to forgive them. As his tears fell down, he prayed for his children, and he prayed for the lost. With the heart of a man, but the blood of the lamb on that old wooden cross. He hung there before them, oh, going against the grain. Just a working class hero, and we still praise his name. God gave him a purpose, yeah, now that's understood. How he changed history with his hands on the wood. How he made history with his hands on the wood.
Oh, I like that.
Thank you.
Okay, good.
Oh,
Way to go,
I
Patrick.
like that.
Way to go.
mama likes that.
Oh, is Marilyn listening in? You know, when she came, you sang the thing about the Baptist prayer chain. I loved it. But Marilyn's on her way here, isn't she? Tomorrow she's coming. She's bringing food, isn't she?
She has to come quick.
I know. And does she, if you get in touch with her and see if she wants me to bring a green bean casserole, I'll be glad to bring a green bean casserole. Okay.
Did you see?
Again.
There's a comment here. Somebody wanted to know if there was video footage of your casserole. They want proof. that you really made something.
Tony, go in there
You
and get
must
that
be
casserole
bad.
off the counter. I got proof. Carolyn
Listen, I'll
French,
tell you,
if
y'all,
anyone-
it was really good. I'm not kidding. But anyway,
Okay.
so yep, there it is. See,
Is
we
it in
ate all
there?
that. That's
It was-
us right
it was
there.
a little dark from here over. Oops, wrong
still-
way. From here over was eaten by
Right,
just the ones
by
in
the
the
Earl
house.
family. Yes, and we did pretty good at it. We made a good dent.
And now aren't
in it.
y'all leaving right after the
We
show?
are leaving right
then
after
I have
this.
to be my supper. I got supper and lunch and everything figured out. So how much time do we have? Because I've got a few big important things to do. It's 1 o'clock. Well, just wait on everybody. Just hold on, because the audio book by next Black Friday, I guess. We're taking pre-orders, and it's not going to be cheap because it's over 7 hours. I think it was my accent. Can you sing in Southern?
No,
What?
not
I know,
well.
well,
You know,
I know.
I guess I don't sing the way I talk.
Well, I don't either, but because I don't sing. But yeah, that's where when the dust settled, it was 7 hours and 20 minutes or something like that, and we have recorded all of it in that closet, hadn't we, Patrick? All right, now this right here, this one I'm going to pull out is going to get a copy of "Don't Bungee Jump Naked," and so I mean. Well, I know, but that's my ending prize, Tony. I know one after one. We got a rabbit. Susan Gibson Snodgrass. You have won Don't Bungee Jump Naked and other important things. So Susan Gibson Snodgrass, let us know how to send that to you. And now everybody, so that Al McCree of the Nashville people won't hemorrhage, because I've got this right, Al. I've been practicing. This is not the same as this show. He's afraid everybody's going to think it's just people asking questions. It's me. You get to walk out and do my show.
Right.
And December 3rd, and I hope you'll buy a ticket. And, a few people in Charleston area, if you want to come and be in the scattered COVID crowd with masks and strict.
Please don't
That's
call
a
it
very
that.
good point. How about those avoiding the COVID crowd? Oh, definitely socially distance. As a matter of fact, they bring you in like 2 or 3 at a time, and you have to have an appointment time. But the gift of giving the live stream ticket or watching it yourself, don't be one of the people the next day that says, I'm never going to get to see a show. When will I get to see the show? Well, it was last night. So it is on Thursday, December. Now, this is tricky. Which one of these? We've pulled out of this one more than once.
You want to pull in out of this? Okay, here.
Okay,
I'll give you
don't know
one.
which bucket your name is. This is 4, and I didn't have a thing to do with it. Joy Earl just pulled this ticket out. So if you win, you get the live stream ticket, and they'll tell you how to do that. And the winner is
You're welcome.
from Claremont, North Carolina. Patty Benfield Lane, Lane, a North Carolinian. We have people from all over the world. Pat, and the thing goes all over the world. So we didn't get one. And Claremont's own Patty Benfield Lane.
Yay!
Patty, we need to hear from you to get the free ticket instructions to
Good
you
for you.
for the live stream. And y'all, that's it. So have a happy Thanksgiving. And James, thanks for coming all the way up here. And we went to dinner, though, and that was fun. And Jeff, thank you for coming up here, too. And Joy, good luck to you, girl. I did want to say one more thing. Sometime, especially when I got started earlier than you did. You know that. That means I'm older. But I got started earlier, but she does do a lot of programs. And if you go to a meeting, when we go back to meetings, or you have someone and they're saying, I had people come back to me in Burlington sometime and say, I was at a convention and we had the greatest speaker. I thought about you. And I said, did you mention me for next year? Oh, no, I should have. So Joy Earl from Georgia, y'all think about her, because I believe she can come and deliver on the goods or she wouldn't be here. Okay?
I would love to be there.
Okay, y'all have a happy
Bye, everybody.
Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble, and all of that.
She's a heck of a lot of fun, Jeanne Robertson. she's a heck of a lot of fun. Jeanne Robertson.